ChatGPT and other LLMs do not see and view your content the way you think it does. This all has huge implications for SEO and content marketing. Section number 1, AI is not a browser. So when an AI tool browses the web, a few key things happen. First, it performs a search. Second, it gets back a list of results, title, URL, short snippet of content. Then, from any page that it wants more context from, it pulls in plain text from that URL. No CSS, no layout, no JavaScript, just text. Think of it like this. ChatGPT has this beautiful page like the one you're looking at that it could read, but this is actually what it reads. Essentially a long text file. And when AI opens that page, it doesn't load the whole thing, which is the second point. Text windows, not whole pages. So how does the model read your page in practice? It starts with a snippet from search. If that looks relevant, requests a window of the text from that page. And if it thinks it might need more, it'll request more windows. Each window is kind of like a few screenshots of the text on the page. It's not your 5,000 word article. So when you ask ChatGPT something like, compare tool A and tool B, and it browses the web, it may just see a snippet of your intro, a chunk of your key takeaways, and maybe a snippet of some of the important text and some of the important sections on this page. It is not scrolling the page and reading all of the content that it's finding. This is why the page length matters so much. Let's talk short pages versus long pages. Basically, the gist of it is that if you have a short page, the content that you've included on that page is a lot more likely to get included and read by ChatGPT and other LLMs. And if you have a long page, odds are there's going to be a lot of it that's not included out of the gate. So how long is a long page versus a short page? These are rules of thumb, not official hard limits. Short pages are roughly 1,500, 2,000 words of main content. So think of like a focused blog post or average landing page. And in these cases, there's a very good chance that 1 or 2 text windows is going to be able to get everything in your page. And if the model requests multiple windows from this content, it'll effectively see most or everything that you've included. So practically speaking, concise content is easier for the model to be able to hold in its working memory. Then you have medium length pages, roughly 2,000 to 4,000 words. One window is not going to be enough. Model may see the introduction, those key takeaways in the example I showed before, but it's not going to see every example. It's not going to see every FAQ. It's not going to see every subsection. Your structure matters a lot here. If you have some pieces of important content that you really want to make sure get pulled into the LLM, include her higher up in the page. Because if they're coming in around word count 3,200, there's a good chance that they will often not get pulled in. Then you've got your long pages, 4,000 plus word pages, the ones that have gotten really common these days when it comes to landing pages for plastic surgeons and lawyers and so forth, as well as those epic guides. The model is not going to see everything. It's going to see selected slices, selected windows. These are going to be the windows that it just happened to request. So in theory, even if the model's total context window is huge, how it fetches your page is still going to be windowed and capped. So my view, it's maybe time to reconsider those huge, massive guides that you've been writing. So what does all of this mean for your content strategy? First, treat each section as if it's going to be read in complete isolation. To be honest, this is a best practice in SEO that you should probably have been doing the whole time. But if there are any important points in a section of content that is reliant on another concept, it can't be a concept that was found 1,500 words before, because that concept may not have been in the window that was used to pull in this content now, and it might not make sense to the model. Second, front load all of the important content in each section, which again is a best practice. In each section, lead with the main claim, then get quickly to your explanation, and then provide your proof, like a mini inverted pyramid for each section. Third, use clear descriptive headings. For AI, the headings are huge. It's giving guidance into how many of these windows are going to be determined in the first place. And while something like H2 pricing can be okay, an H2 of pricing, Moz versus Majestic would be better. Great headings are going to tell the model what the section's about. It's going to increase the likelihood that the right window is fetched and ultimately help AI and human beings to scan your content. Lastly, be careful with your huge pages. I'm not saying never write long content, but understand that there are going to be trade-offs. A 2,000 word, tightly written page is going to be more easily understood by AI. And your 6,000 word mega guide is going to be basically scanned and grazed, and it's going to miss sections. I would also add as a side note, avoid JavaScript heavy content. Remember, the model mostly is going to see just the plain text on the page.